go ahead and mash the button. Okay, so thank you for joining today's Property Committee meeting. This meeting is being held pursuant to Executive Order 16 issued by the Governor of the State of Tennessee. It is being held electronically due to the need to protect the health, safety, and well-being of the citizenry, and without objection will proceed in that manner. As such, all members of the committee must be able to hear the chairman and each other. If you cannot hear other members, please notify the chairman immediately. All votes will be done by roll call, and when you speak to a matter, please identify yourself. This meeting is available to the public on public access streaming live on YouTube. Okay, I will go ahead and take roll. Commissioner Rainey, Commissioner Chalifant, Commissioner Hester, Commissioner Mason.
Commissioner Mason is present.
Commissioner Jones, and Commissioner Smith.
Commissioner Smith here.
Thank you. And Commissioner Story is here. So we do not have quorum, so can't bring the meeting to order or vote, but what's the process? Some of you folks have been here for a while. If we want to hear the resolution, do we just ask for Kevin to provide an explanation?
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Okay. Yeah, lack of quorum and a proper motion and second. Kevin, we'll just have you go ahead and provide an explanation of what, and I'll go ahead and read the resolution. The resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to enter into a limited use license agreement for the use of a portion of county-owned property located at 8210 Malachi Lane in Arrington, Tennessee. Kevin, can you give us an update on that?
Yes, this is in reference to our EMS property that's in Triune on Malachi Lane. There's an event location there managed by a Mr. Matt Campbell, and they're having an upcoming event, and they'll have more events in the future. There's property that's adjacent to us to the west that's owned by the Dolans, and the intent of the Mr. Campbell is to work with the Dolans, parking at that location, and then personnel would be shuttled to the event. That means that they're going to cross over the entry point to the EMS, and that was a point of concern for emergency services and myself, is that if we in fact had an emergency, would we be able to traverse that safely, get the ambulance out of there where it needs to go. So what this particular resolution does is forces them to utilize law enforcement. Of course, they'll have to pay for them, but utilize law enforcement, the proper numbers in the event something does happen, that law enforcement would come in, stop all flow of movement as they traverse to the event or back from the event to their cars to allow for our emergency vehicles to do what they need to do. I believe that's about as good as I could get on the explanation.
And so this basically would just be a verification or an allowance of during any facility or any event that goes on, or a specific event.
I'd have to get back with you on that. It doesn't say anything in particular on the resolution as far as dates. It just says that there is an events that will occur.
Gotcha.
No particular dates.
Any other questions from the committee? All right.
Chad, I do have one.
Oh, go ahead.
So this agreement restricts their ability to restrict our access to the EMS station.
Exactly that. We have priority, and as I continue to just scan it, it basically, the wordage covers for any future events as well. It's not specific in nature, but the way it reads is any event that would occur. And you're exactly right, Commissioner Smith. We would have the exact right of way, and the law enforcement that would be hired from them most likely our sheriff's department personnel would provide that access for us.
Follow up, Mr. Chairman. I see Alan Lovett appears to be on the call with us representing EMS. Wonder if he would have any comment on this.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Yeah, this is basically there's the driveway leading to that station actually is not titled to the county. It's one of those where the station itself is sort of landlocked. So this is kind of I think it's a very a good courteous thing that we're working out here, and I appreciate Kevin and the mayor and others working on this. In our mind, getting back to the station, they'll see the ambulances coming. Obviously, they're not running emergency traffic back to the station, and I feel like having the officers present there to allow them to help get back to their station when they return will be helpful. For emergency calls, we probably could work out outside of this resolution, but in my mind, making it practical is perhaps have dispatch notify whichever officer is there that EMS is being dispatched, so that they would have a little advance notice to kind of help clear it. But this really isn't any different from where we're working other events. Just the ability to make sure that somebody's helping us not have somebody park and block our access out, so that we can respond on emergency calls.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, I think that's all we have. I appreciate everybody's time. We'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting.
All right.
Bye,
Thank
all.
you.